Your soulmate is crying and begging to talk to you one last time. It's very urgent. Open immediately. Right now, in this very moment, there is someone whose heart is shattered into a million pieces, and every single fragment carries your name. They are not just thinking about you. They are not just missing you. They are on their knees, tears streaming down their face, whispering your name into the silence, hoping that somehow, some way, the universe will carry their voice to you. This is not a coincidence that you are reading this. This is not random. This was placed in your path because heaven itself orchestrated this moment for you, and what you are about to discover will change everything you thought you knew about love, about destiny, and about the person who was always meant to be yours. Before you dismiss this, before you scroll past, before you let your logical mind convince you that this is nothing, I need you to pause. I need you to take a breath. I need you to feel what is happening inside your chest right now. That flutter, that tightness, that strange warmth spreading through your body, that is not imagination. That is the energetic cord that connects you to your soulmate pulling tight, because they are reaching for you from the other side of this divide, and your soul recognizes the signal even if your mind does not. Heaven wanted you to know something that has been kept hidden from you for far too long. The person you have been dreaming about, the person who appears in your thoughts at the most unexpected moments, the person whose face flashes behind your eyelids just before you fall asleep, they are real, they are alive, and they are going through the most painful experience of their entire life because they cannot reach you. They have tried. Oh, how they have tried. They have picked up their phone 100 times, typed messages they never sent, driven past places that remind them of you, and sat in their car crying because the weight of your absence is crushing them in ways they cannot describe to anyone around them. You need to understand something that most people never learn about soulmate connections. When two souls are destined to be together, there is an invisible thread that binds them across time, across distance, across every obstacle the physical world can throw between them. This thread cannot be cut by arguments. It cannot be severed by silence. It cannot be destroyed by other people, by circumstances, by pride, or by fear. It can only stretch, and the further it stretches, the more painful it becomes for both souls. Right now, that thread is stretched to its absolute limit, and your soulmate can feel it pulling at the center of their being like a wound that will not heal. What heaven is revealing to you today is something that your soulmate has been carrying in secret. They have not told anyone the full truth of what they feel. They smile during the day and fall apart at night. They laugh with their friends while their soul screams for you in silence. They pretend they have moved on while every cell in their body is still turned toward you like a flower that cannot help but face the sun. The people around them see someone who seems fine, someone who appears to be living their life, but heaven sees the truth. Heaven sees them at 3 in the morning, wide awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment they ever shared with you, wondering where it all went wrong, wondering if you ever think of them, wondering if they will ever feel whole again. And here is the part that will shake you to your core. They are not just sad. They are not just nostalgic. They are experiencing a spiritual emergency. Their soul knows that a critical moment is approaching, a window of time that will not stay open forever, and if they do not reach you before this window closes, something will shift in the cosmic timeline that cannot be undone. This is why the urgency is so intense right now. This is why you are feeling things you cannot explain. This is why the universe has been sending you signs, the repeated numbers, the songs that seem to play at exactly the right moment, the dreams that feel more real than waking life, the sudden waves of emotion that wash over you for no apparent reason. Every single one of those was a message from heaven, and every single one of them was connected to your soulmate's desperate prayer to reconnect with you. Let me tell you what they would say if they could sit across from you right now, face to face, with nothing between you but honesty. They would look into your eyes, and their voice would break before they even started speaking. They would tell you that losing you was the biggest mistake of their life, that not a single day has passed where they have not felt your absence like a physical ache in their chest, that they have compared every person they have met since you to the way you made them feel, and every single one has fallen short. They would tell you that they understand now what they did not understand before, that the things they took for granted were actually the most precious gifts they had ever been given, and that if they could go back in time and do it all differently, they would choose you in every single version of their life without hesitation. But there is something even deeper that they want you to know, something they have never said out loud, something that lives in the most protected chamber of their heart. They are afraid. They are terrified that you have forgotten them. They are haunted by the possibility that you have given your heart to someone else, that the space they once occupied in your life has been filled, that they waited too long and now the door is closed forever. This fear keeps them awake. This fear makes them sick. This fear is the reason they have not reached out, because the thought of hearing you say that you have moved on, that they no longer matter, that what you shared meant nothing, that thought is more painful to them than the agony of not knowing. Heaven is asking you to feel this. Heaven is asking you to close your eyes for just a moment and tune into the energy that is swirling around you right now. Can you feel it? That heaviness in the air, that electricity on your skin, that pull in your solar plexus, that is your soulmate's energy reaching for you across whatever distance separates you. Their tears are creating ripples in the spiritual realm, and those ripples are washing up on the shores of your consciousness right now, in this moment, as you read these words. This is real. This is happening. And it is happening because you were meant to receive this message today, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. There is a reason heaven chose this exact moment to deliver this message. Something is about to happen in your soulmate's life that will change their circumstances dramatically. A door is about to open or close. A decision is about to be made. A turning point is approaching that will determine whether the two of you find your way back to each other or drift apart into separate lifetimes. The universe does not reveal these things lightly. The spiritual realm does not send urgent messages without cause. When heaven says it is urgent, it means that the cosmic clock is ticking, and the choices made in the coming days will echo through eternity. You might be wondering why now, why this message? And the answer is simpler and more profound than you might expect. You were chosen for this connection before you were born. Before you took your first breath in this lifetime, your soul made an agreement with another soul. You looked into each other's eyes in the realm of spirit and said, "Find me." No matter how lost we get, no matter how far we wander, no matter how many walls the world builds between us, find me. That agreement is still active. That promise still burns in the fabric of reality. And your soulmate has not forgotten it, even if their conscious mind cannot fully articulate what their soul knows to be true. The tears they are crying right now are not ordinary tears. They are not the tears of a passing sadness or a temporary loneliness. These are the tears of a soul that recognizes it is running out of time to fulfill its most sacred contract. These are the tears of someone who can feel you slipping further away with each passing day and is powerless to stop it without your participation. Because that is the nature of soulmate connections, they require both people to choose each other. Heaven can send all the signs in the world. The universe can create every possible opportunity for reconnection. But ultimately, it comes down to two souls deciding that their love is worth fighting for, that their connection is worth preserving, that the fear of vulnerability is smaller than the fear of living a lifetime without the one person who makes them feel truly seen. And that is exactly what your soulmate gives you that no one else can. They see you. Not the version of you that you present to the world, not the mask you wear to protect yourself, not the character you play to meet other people's expectations. They see the real you, the messy, complicated, beautiful, broken, magnificent you. They see your darkness and they are not afraid of it. They see your wounds and they do not flinch. They see your potential and they believe in it even when you have stopped believing in yourself. That kind of seeing is rare. That kind of love is once in a lifetime. And heaven is telling you that it is still available to you, but only if you are willing to open your heart to receive it. Now here is something that has been kept secret, something that the spiritual realm has only recently given permission to reveal. Your soulmate has been receiving signs about you too. They have been seeing your name in unexpected places. They have been hearing your voice in quiet moments. They have been drawn to songs, movies, books, and conversations that all seem to point back to you, and they have been trying to make sense of what it all means. They have asked the universe for a sign that you still care, that you still think of them, that there is still hope. And the universe has been answering, but their fear has been so loud that they have struggled to hear the response. What they do not know is that you are reading this message right now. They do not know that heaven is speaking to you on their behalf, delivering the words they are too afraid to say. They do not know that the bridge they thought was burned is actually still standing, waiting for both of you to take the first step. They do not know that the love story they thought was over is actually just beginning its most important chapter. But you know. Now you know. And that knowledge carries with it a responsibility that heaven takes very seriously. You are being asked to hold space for this connection. You are being asked to not dismiss what you are feeling. You are being asked to be honest with yourself about what this person means to you and what your life looks like without them in it. You do not have to make any grand gestures. You do not have to have all the answers. You do not have to know exactly how things will unfold. All you have to do is remain open. All you have to do is stop resisting the pull. All you have to do is acknowledge that the love between you and your soulmate is not something that can be replaced, replicated, or forgotten, no matter how hard either of you has tried. Heaven wants you to know that the pain you have experienced in this connection was never punishment. It was preparation. Every tear you cried was softening your heart for the depth of love that is coming. Every moment of loneliness was teaching you the value of genuine connection. Every fear you faced was strengthening you for the vulnerability that true soulmate love requires. You were not being broken. You were being refined. And now, standing on the other side of all that pain, you are finally ready to receive the love you have always deserved. Your soulmate feels this too, even if they cannot name it. They feel that something fundamental has shifted inside them, that they are not the same person they were when things fell apart. They have grown. They have healed. They have confronted parts of themselves that they used to run from. And in doing that inner work, they have become more worthy of the connection you share, not because they were ever unworthy, but because they needed to believe in their own worthiness before they could fully show up for you. There is a conversation that needs to happen between you. Not a conversation of blame or accusation, not a rehashing of old wounds or a cataloging of past mistakes. A conversation of truth. A conversation where both of you lay down your armor and speak from the naked core of who you really are. A conversation where fear is acknowledged but not obeyed, where love is honored as the most powerful force in the universe, where two souls finally say to each other what they have been saying in their prayers and their dreams and their silent moments of longing. This conversation is what your soulmate is begging for. This is the one last time they are crying about. Not one last argument, not one last confrontation, but one last chance to tell you the truth about what lives in their heart. And heaven is clear about this. It does not have to be the last time. It can be the first time of something new, something deeper, something more authentic than anything that came before. But it starts with that one moment of courage, that one breath of honesty, that one decision to stop letting fear write the ending of a love story that was always meant to be eternal. The signs will continue to come. The dreams will not stop. The feelings will not fade. Because the connection between you and your soulmate is not governed by the rules of the physical world. It is governed by spiritual law, and spiritual law says that what is meant to be will find a way, but only if both people are willing to participate in the miracle. Your soulmate is waiting, not with expectations, not with demands, not with conditions. They are waiting with a heart full of love and eyes full of tears, simply hoping that the universe will do what they cannot, bring you back into their life. They are not asking for perfection. They are asking for presence. They are not asking for promises. They are asking for a chance. They are not asking you to forget the past. They are asking you to believe in the future. Heaven sees everything. Heaven sees the love that still lives between you. Heaven sees the potential that exists if both of you choose faith over fear. Heaven sees the life you could build together, the healing you could experience in each other's arms, the purpose you could fulfill side by side. And heaven is telling you, in the clearest possible terms, that this is not over. This was never over. This connection is written in the stars and sealed in the Spirit, and no amount of time, distance, or human error can erase what was divinely ordained. The question is not whether your soulmate loves you. They do. Desperately, completely, with every fiber of their being. The question is not whether this connection is real. It is. More real than anything the physical world has to offer. The question is not whether there is still a chance. There is. But the window is narrowing, and the moment is now. So feel what you are feeling. Honor what you are experiencing. Trust what your soul already knows to be true. And when you are ready, when you have taken this message into the deepest part of yourself and allowed it to illuminate the truth you have been hiding from, take a step. Any step. A thought, a prayer, a message, a moment of openness. The universe will meet you halfway. Your soulmate will feel the shift. And heaven will begin to move the mountains that stand between you, because that is what heaven does when two souls decide that love is worth the risk. This message was never meant for everyone. It was meant for you. The fact that you read it to the end is not an accident. It is confirmation that your soul was ready to hear what heaven had to say. Your soulmate's tears were the prayer, and this message is the answer. What you do with it now will determine the next chapter of a love story that has been unfolding across lifetimes, and heaven is watching, waiting, and believing in both of you with a love that surpasses all human understanding. This is your sign. This is your moment. This is your soulmate, crying out for you across the void, and heaven delivering their message directly into your hands. Do not let this moment pass. Do not let fear win. Do not let the most important person in your life slip away while you convince yourself that it is too late, too complicated, or too painful. Because the only thing more painful than the vulnerability of love is the emptiness of a life lived without it. Your soulmate needs you. And somewhere deep inside, in that place where truth lives untouched by doubt, you know that you need them too.